Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Firestar Tarot. I am Empress Egypt, and this is your weekly general love reading. We are doing things a little bit differently. We are going to be looking at the shadows of not only you, but your person that you're thinking of as well, okay? So you guys know the intro. I'm not going to get into the big old spill. Anything you might need will be in the description box. As far as timestamps goes, I'm trying to go back and get the timestamps. Just give me some time to complete all my videos, okay? Pisces. Unfortunately, last week I tried to get to y'all's readings and we were having some really bad storms in the Houston area. So unfortunately, my videos just didn't go according to plan. So I have started off this week with your readings to make up for last week. So I do apologize about last week's readings. Okay, Pisces. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and pull at least 6 cards when it comes to the shadows, the fears, the obstacles, the problems that you're facing that you might not even realize you're facing. Okay. So all in all, we're just going to really shed light on the areas that are really dark. Okay. Automatically right off the bat, you did get the Devil in reverse. Okay, I am also using the Deviant Tarot, so it's going to be a little bit more demonic, but in a good way. Okay, because it is shedding light on the dark areas of our life. Okay, I am going to lay down all cards. We will clarify. I'm also going to be pulling some Oracle. We have the Hierophant. Okay, I will also pull Oracle from the Fairy Oracle over here when we're done. And I will read it out of the book because, you guys, the book, it's not my favorite when it comes to the color scheme, but man, does it get to the point. We also have the 5 of Wands in reverse. We also have the 9 of Swords in reverse. We have the Star in the upright. Let's get one more card. Spirit, one more card, please. And the 5 of Swords in reverse, okay? I'll show you guys the cards as we get into them, all right? Bottom of the deck, let's see what we got here. 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, okay? So all in all, what's grounding you guys when it comes to this energy, we do have things that you weren't able to adapt to, okay? So things that may have knocked you on your feet, adversity has been really hard for you. So when things happen, you don't know how to really deal with it, okay? So this has to do with a lot of unstableness when it comes to the way that you're handling your manifestation and things, okay? So all in all, this is grounding you to this situation, okay? So what that means is that the things that have been difficult to deal with, okay? The things that have maybe, again, just made you feel like when bad things happened, it knocked you on your feet and you couldn't get back up, okay? Or when good things happened, they were just so good that when something bad happened, again, it was like you slammed into the ground, okay? So this is what's grounding your energy, okay? So the Devil up right off the bat, okay? This is releasing codependency, okay? This is facing those fears when it comes to the releasing of those codependency issues. This could have to do with releasing addiction. So maybe you've had some form of addiction in your past, whether it be alcohol, drugs, codependency. Shit shopping can be an addiction. Okay. So we all have our own addictions. We all have our own, demons that we face. But all in all, with the Devil in reverse is telling me that when it comes to the shadow work, you guys, it's like you've already done some without even realizing it. Okay. So the things that you have been addicted to that you are no longer addicted to, has to do with some of the shadows that you need to face. Okay. So we will clarify and find out how these addictions or these past addictions have anything to do with whatever it has to do with. Okay. We also have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant coming through is telling me when it comes to things that you have been open-minded about, there could be some things that you need to face in there. Maybe some things that you need to face when it comes to religion or spirituality, okay, traditions, values, morals, education, learning, right? All of it. Not only learning, but teaching as well. So this is kind of like This is like the high priest in a way. This is like the priest of the tarot deck, right? This is everything and anything that has to do with spirituality, religion, education, knowledge, learning, understanding, knowing, applying it, all of it, right? So there's something within that. There's going to be a little bit that we need to face on, okay? We also have the Five of Wands in reverse, which has to do with a lot of competition. So we're going to be looking at what it is that has you feeling like you have to compete, okay? We also have the Nine of Swords, the things that have you up at night, okay? The things that have you, or the things that did have you up at night. In the reverse, this is kind of maybe more past tense. So I feel like a lot of the things that are holding you back, a lot of the things that you haven't faced, are the things that actually kept you up at night, okay? Maybe late at night you had a hard time, hard time sleeping, trying to, it's the way it works, right? It's like for most of us, not all of us. Pisces being a water sign, probably for you, honestly, for any of the water signs, probably a little bit more than the rest of the signs. At night, when you go to lay your head at night, you probably, all the thoughts start to really play in your head. So you have a hard time sleeping at night, just reliving things in your mind, just thinking about things, right? Really keeping yourself up at night. Okay, again, this is past tense, so we're going to dab into it and find out why it's here. We also have the star in the upright, which is telling me some of the things that you're hoping for, you're wishing for, and dreaming might not necessarily be the best things for you, okay? So there are some shadows within the things that you're dreaming for. We also have the Five of Swords. Oh, okay, we have the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords here. Interesting enough, the 5 and 5, right? 5 and 5, 1, 0, 10, right? 1. Ultimately here with the Five of Swords, though, in reverse, I feel like, honestly, you're thinking about your person a lot, and it might not be reciprocated, okay? So which means you're in your head a lot about this person, although the other person, in your mind anyways, you feel like this person doesn't think about you too, okay? So let's find out what's going on with these shadows, okay? Let's find out what needs to be addressed, what has you feeling unbalanced and like you can't deal with the bullshit, okay? You can't deal at what's thrown at you when it's thrown at you. So we're going to find out why you're having a hard time dealing with that adversity and, of course, the shadows, okay? So we're going to be clarifying with the Hermetic deck. All right, Spirit, why is the Devil card here? Show me what I need to see when it comes to the Devil in reverse, please. We have the Eight of Wands, interesting enough. So this has a lot to do with a lot of the burdens. I feel like, honestly, a lot of the addictions that you did face, Pisces, had to do with the things that you felt like were burdening you, right? So this could be past trauma. This could be past issues. This could even be childhood drama that you had no idea about, okay? There's things there beyond the surface that have created a lot of weight on your shoulders, okay? And I feel like, honestly, a lot of things tend to happen really, really fast, and that's why you have a hard time being able to adapt to things, right? Because things are just happening so fast all of the time, Pisces. So it's this sense of, again, all this fast action, fast change, just really, putting a lot of weight on your shoulders. And I almost feel like you're addicted to all of these burdens, right? You're addicted to reliving the past over and over again here. Let's see. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting enough, we have 2 8s on the table when it comes to clarifying the Devil in reverse. We also have the Foolish Man in reverse, right? So I feel like this is something, honestly, I feel like you're afraid to take a leap of faith when it comes to, things that before you may have worked really hard on, okay? Or maybe things that you want to work hard on here. I feel like all in all, there's this sense of you're just really not willing to take a leap of faith when it comes to these things because of the burdens that have been weighing you down. These burdens, believe it or not, is an addiction, okay? So right off the bat here with Spirit really, really lighting that fact, right? The fact that all the things that aren't working for you, all the things that are happening really quickly here, again, is what's weighing you down, okay? Those burdens, the burdens of the changes, the burdens of the past, the burdens of regret, the burdens of failure, the burdens of everything have been weighing you down here. And again, so this has you not wanting to take a leap of faith with anything. It has you not wanting to manifest, right? It has you almost not even acknowledging. It's like, I feel like a lot of my Pisces, believe it or not, have really evaluated everything over and over in your head. And again, that evaluating has turned into an addiction. That evaluating things, how can you fix those things? I feel like you got really stuck there, right? Again, though, I feel like it has a lot to do with this fast motion. The fast motion of things happening, right? They're happening too fast for you. So again, you're not being able to adapt. Look, now we have the Chariot in reverse, right? This is being indecisive, okay? Again, not being able to take that leap of faith because you don't really know if you should or not, all right? Let's take a look at the Hierophant here. So clearly we know your past addictions has to do, or your current addictions that you may feel like you have beaten, but clearly with the Devil in the reverse, clarifying again with the Eight of Wands is really just kind of really pointing out the facts that your addictions is burdens. Okay, that is your addiction. Your addiction to the things that didn't work out. Your addiction to the things that are holding you back, the things that you're not risking. Does that make sense? The things you're not willing to risk, the things that you're not willing to jump off of a ledge for, okay? So let's take a look at why the Hierophant's here, because clearly we know, again, the burdens are your addictions here, but what is it that is, why is this open-mindedness a dark area for you? Okay, what is it about being open-minded with religion, being open-minded with spirituality, being open-minded with people, being open-minded with taking things in? Okay, the Hierophant in the upright, Taurus energy, Taurus energy, right? Sorry, that's my card, right? Taurus energy is very, very grounded, but at the same time, they're the beauty of manifestation. They're the beauty of creating. Creating the tangible things. So all in all, the Hierophant is a beautiful creation of knowledge, a beautiful creation of understanding and seeking answers. So it's this open-minded look and perspective on things, right? So why would this be a shadow area, right? Why would this be a fear, an obstacle, a challenge, or a problem for you? All right, Spirit, why is this Hierophant here? Show me what I need to see. Way too many cards, you guys. Actually, a few cards did flip over in the upright. Hold on. These other cards, though, it was too many of them. They kind of just shot out. So 3 cards did flip in the deck, okay? I don't want to flip them around. Bottom of the deck, look, 2 of Pentacles. I can't make this shit up, right? Straight, strong energy of not being able to adapt with the fast motion of life. Straight up Pisces, okay? So in other words, when something doesn't work out for you, it's hard to deal with. When something does work out for you, it's still hard to deal with because it's just this sense of things happening so fast, whether they're good or bad. It's just like this, whoa, I don't know what the fuck to do, like a panic mode, right? Again, with 2 of Pentacles at bottom of both decks grounding you, that is straight inability to adapt. But interesting enough, starting off in the very beginning with your, a lot of your burdens, creating a lot of addiction, like you're addicted to a lot of the things, again, that didn't succeed, all the failures, all the problems, all the negatives, right? Now the 2 of Pentacles with clarifying why the Hierophant is here. The 2 of Pentacles is in the upright. So I feel like, honestly, you're being open-minded when it comes to being adaptable, being able to change. However, you're just having a hard time doing it. So that would explain why the Hierophant is here in the upright. Why is it that, again, being open-minded is an issue? Well, because when you're being open-minded, now this strength of manifestation is here, right? So let's find out what happens when you manifest with this open-minded creation, right? Because that's ultimately what you want. You want to be able to manifest in this open-minded thought process. But all in all, we have the Queen of Wands verifying the Hierophant, right? Queen of Wands energy is very passionate, very ambitious, very driven, very fiery, goes after what she wants, feminine energy, okay? Doesn't have to be feminine. All in all, though, I just feel like, honestly, you're really open-minded when it comes to creativity, okay? But you're also very open-minded when it comes to influence, okay? Hence, past codependency, past addictions, right? Past burdens. Excuse me. Also, we have the 4 of Swords in reverse, okay? This is that same kind of energy. It's like you're not resting. So because you're not resting through some of this bullshit, okay, it's like after the bullshit, honestly, you have to release the bullshit by resting. This is why sometimes our bodies tend to shut down if we're doing too much, okay? Whether this is energy, whether this is emotions, whether this is physical or even just mental. A lot of that starts to weigh on your shoulders. And if you don't rest, you don't release it. So if you're one of those people, Pisces, to just keep pushing forward no matter how no matter how hard it is to adapt, if you're one of those people just kind of keep pushing forward and never resting, trying to catch the Two of Pentacles, right? Trying to ride the wave instead of being all over and crashing into those waves, it's like you still need to rest, okay? I feel like a lot of my Pisces are just kind of trying to keep pushing forward, and again, not resting. So with the Four of Swords here in reverse, usually the Four of Swords in the upright is talking about resting after all of this. So this is telling me, honestly, you're being open-minded, right, when it comes to passion, but you're being very closed-minded when it comes to resting, when it comes to yourself, Pisces, okay? So I feel like, honestly, you're open-minded with other individuals, but when it comes to yourself, you're not open-minded, right? So this would really explain a lot of these burdens that you're carrying around. Again, the codependency. It's like you're depending on others to satisfy you, okay, whether this is physically, mentally, emotionally, or financially, right, with Pentacles. And I don't mean that in a materialistic way, so don't take it, again, trigger warnings, you guys, this is shadow work, okay? We're facing the areas that are difficult to face in our lives. Bottom line is, though, with the Devil in reverse, this is telling me that you have gotten over this, okay? This isn't something that is still there. Well, it's still there, but it's not something that is an addiction, okay? So that means that you are not obsessing about all of these burdens, okay? You're not obsessing over the fact that you haven't taken a leap of faith with some things. However, because it's coming through in the reading, is telling me that it's pretty important, okay? So again, I do feel like the Hierophant here, also clarified with the Three of Swords, okay? The Three of Swords, honestly, is about really going through a lot of grief, okay? A lot of sorrow, a lot of sadness, a lot of problems, okay? I do feel like, though, again, being open-minded to the not resting, okay? Interesting enough, again, you're open-minded to outer relationships, right? Outer passionate connections. But when it comes to looking within yourself, Pisces, I feel this disconnect as far as, getting caught, again, in the sorrow, the problems, the issues, the fears, the challenges. It's like you always want to hit reset, but the same thing's just happening over and over again, right? It's unbalanced. Why? Because nothing's changing. It's continuing to do the same thing. Again, because you're not resting. You're not allowing your body to rest, your mind to rest. This is why your body will just shut down. This is why you'll just start falling asleep, even though you may have gotten enough sleep. Have you ever noticed, like, in a week, you sleep normal routine, but then all of a sudden come the weekend, you can't wake up for the life of you? Well, it has a lot to do with depression. If you're carrying around these burdens, that's when the addiction becomes, again, carrying these burdens and always acknowledging the sadness, right? Not only acknowledging the sadness, the grief, the burdens that you're carrying, these lead to dependency again. These lead to addictions again, because again, you're going to focus your energy on the sad things. You're going to focus your energy on the bad things, right? The shit that's not working out for you. And what happens when you focus on these? You're unbalanced, straight up. You can't keep, you can't keep a hold of what's thrown at you, because you can barely keep a hold within, right? On the inside, because again, you're living with all these burdens, these issues, these fears, these problems, and you're not moving forward. So what's happening is you can't adapt. You can't adapt because you're not releasing this. Why? Because you're not resting. You're not being passionate when it comes to you, okay? You're open-minded when it comes to others, but Pisces, when are you going to put yourself first? When are you going to rest your body? When are you going to rest your thoughts? When are you going to rest your burdens, your issues, your loss, okay? Let's see. We also have the Five of Wands, right? This is the competition. Let's find out what's going on with this competition, okay? Let me just kind of straighten everything up here for you guys, and then we will get into, once we're done here, we'll get into your advice from Spirit when it comes to your shadow work, and then we'll get into your person's energy, okay? Aquarius's reading was about an hour and a half, probably going to be about the same thing here, Pisces, straight up. All right, so with the Five of Swords, let's take a look here. I'm sorry, the Five of Wands in reverse. This is competition, but in the reverse is telling me no longer feeling competitive, no longer feeling like there's competition, okay? So let's take a look at this and see if there's any insecurities or anything that need to be acknowledged, right, Spirit? The Empress in the upright, right? So there's no more competition when it comes to the Empress, okay? This can be a few things. We're going to clarify a little bit more, all right? Spirit, show me why the Five of Wands here, and we also have the Three of Wands, right? Interesting. Strength. So we go from, you know, hold on, let me get one more card here. Spirit, one more card, please, when it comes to the Five of Wands. Wow, that was way too many cards. What flipped in the deck, though? Hold on. I just saw a card flip. Again, way too many cards, you guys. But one did flip over in the upright, and I'm going to keep it. That is the Moon card, right? The illusions. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Star. Interesting. Okay, so the stars come through twice now, so I know this has a lot to do with the thoughts, you know, the things keeping you up late at night, the things you're wishing for, the things you're hoping for, the things you're dreaming for, okay? Whether this is this person that we're about to get into, or this is just things that you're trying to manifest as an individual, okay? All in all, though, we do have the daughter of the mighty ones, right? The Empress. The Empress is intuitive, she's psychic, she's an empath, she's the queen of queens, right? So she possesses the power of mind, she possesses the power of passion, creativity, she possesses the power to manifest and the power to love, okay? The Queen of Queens, the Empress, right? The ultimate feminine energy. This is telling me that there's this sense of no longer having competition or feeling like you're no competition here, okay, period. So I feel like, honestly, with the Five of Wands clarified with the Empress straight up, Pisces, I feel like you're no longer feeling like there's an urge to compete, okay? Whether this is kind of coming from, and honestly, I feel like it's something that you've seen in outer perspective, right? So I feel like there's something that has validated this way of thinking, okay? But clearly facing the shadows, that means there's something in this that needs to be faced, okay? So whether this is someone walked away from you, maybe it's this person, maybe it was someone else. I feel like, honestly, before there was a lot of competition, whether it was with this person, someone else, whatever, family, doesn't matter here. There was a lot of competition, okay? And before codependency, before getting rid of this addiction, before kind of getting over these issues, I feel like in your past tense energy, you didn't feel like the Empress because you had to compete. But I feel like, honestly, there was this strength built up in you, Pisces, when it came to the things that you used to think. It's like now you see them as illusions. So now you know when you're in your Empress power, okay? So what I'm saying is I kind of feel like this has to do with another person, maybe a person that walked away from you, or maybe you walked away from somebody because there was a lot of competition before, okay? And honestly, when you walked away from this person, you created strength within you. Or when this person walked away from you and you acknowledged that you were no longer going to have competition, you were no longer going to be feeling competitive, I feel like that's when you gained your Empress energy, okay? That's when you gained your strength, okay? These illusions, though, interesting enough, are what gave you your strength. These illusions is what created the Queen of Queens energy, right? The possessing the power of all four elements here. This is why you're no longer feeling like there's competition. You are the Empress now, right? You are strength. You are now, it's like you are now the illusion yourself. Does that make sense? And I don't mean an illusion within you, like within higher. I mean from the person that may have walked away from you, or the person that you walked away from. I really feel like, honestly, it's kind of reversed for them. It's like before you were reality, before the reality maybe they weren't happy with, or whatever the case is. Again, we're going to clarify and find out when we get into your person's energy. But all in all, I feel like they now see you as an illusion, like they can't have you because now you're in your Empress. You know what I'm saying? Now you're the Empress, right? So those illusions are now there when it comes to this Empress, okay? Also, if you're masculine, flip the switch, okay? Let's see. We also have the Nine of Swords. This is that keeping you up at night energy, right? The stress of things, okay? So let's clarify and find out what's going on here. What are we, 24 minutes in? All right, we're still good. All right, Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to this Nine of Swords energy, please. What's going on with this Nine of Swords? We have the Hierophant again. So yeah, it's that close. It's something that you're not fully understanding about spirituality or religion, okay? I also feel like, too, this has a lot to do with, again, going back to you being open-minded when it goes to everybody else. This is why you're up at night, right? Because you're really open-minded when it comes to people that have hurt you, people that have walked away from you, people that have no longer served you. You're still really like in your head when it comes to them. I feel like you're giving credit to them when the credit should be given to you. Does that make sense? Spirit, show me what else I need to see, please. The Ten of Wands. There's that Lord of Oppression and the Princess of Wands in reverse, right? So I feel like, honestly, because there's not a whole lot of passion in your life, Pisces, and maybe there is passion in your life, but maybe it's not the passion you want. Maybe it's not the influence you want, okay? Maybe you wanted it to be influenced in a different way here with this connection, or with whatever, the reason you clicked on this video, okay? All in all, I feel like there's this disconnect when it comes to passion, or the receiving of a passionate, influential connection, okay? We also have the Ten of Wands, the Lord of Oppression, right? Again, with the burdens, the codependency here, there's a lot of these burdens have been what has weighed you down, past tense, or still is weighing you down here, okay? Because again, even though the Devil came out in reverse, even though it's a past addiction, as someone who has been addicted to substance before, the battle of staying sober is one of the hardest things, okay? Because every time there's a slip up, automatically your mind goes to, well, shit, let me go back to where I was at before, right? Let me fix this pain. Let me, drink a beer. Let me, hit this or hit that. You get what I'm saying? So again, even though this Devil is in the reverse and it's past tense, I feel like with all this Lord of Oppression, with all this, these burdens, that can get you to slip again, okay? You can go back to being dependent on a person or being dependent on something else because of all of this oppression and not being able to adapt to things, okay? So I feel like, honestly, with this Devil in the reverse here, I feel like the past addictions are still there. They're obviously not addictions, but they're still lingering, okay? But with the Ten of Wands, this is telling me there's an ending to this, okay? There's straight up an ending to this staying up at night. There's an ending to this torment in your head. There's an ending to all of this oppression, all of these burdens, all of these issues, these fears, these problems, these obstacles, and these challenges, okay? So let's take a look at the Five of Swords here, okay? Is this person thinking of you? You know what I'm saying? This is where you're at. In your mind, you sit there and you think about, of course, how you feel for them. And I feel like you view them as a catch, as a prize. And I feel like you think that they don't think about you, though, okay? So I feel like you honestly feel like this is just you, your energy that feels like this. You don't feel like it's reciprocated, okay? You feel like this person just has forgotten about you here. So we have verifying the Five of Swords in reverse. We have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, wish fulfillment, right? So what are you in your head about? You're in your head about this wish fulfillment with this person, this abundance, right? This perfected success with this person here, okay? Spirit, why is the Five of Swords here in reverse? Show me what I need to see, please. And the Ten of Cups, please. Show me why these cards are here. I do feel like, honestly, yeah, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. I mean, shit, how much clearer can you get? Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups, straight up. Okay. This is all about your wish fulfillment. So ultimately, this person is your wish, okay? If you could perfect a relationship and you could have perfected success with this person, you would want it, okay? Honestly, though, you don't feel like this person feels the same way for you. So why is the Star here, Spirit? Why is the Star here? Four of Pentacles in reverse. You're wishing to no longer be greedy, and I don't mean you physically be greedy, but it's like, I feel like, honestly, because you're in your head, Pisces, about this person, like you want this relationship to work, you want a long-term commitment, you want this person, period, okay? You wish for this person, you want this person, and because your thoughts are consumed in this person, again, with the addiction, the codependency of, it's that outer perspective. You put all the effort into this person's energy. You put all of your passion, all of your worth, your love, your time, your patience, everything, you put it into this person, okay? And you wish for this person. But there's this sense of not being able to manifest with this person, right? You can't manifest the 9 of Cups. You can't manifest the 10 of Cups with them, and you're having a hard time understanding. Well, it's because, again, trigger warning, Pisces, you're being greedy when it comes to your thought process, okay? Not greedy in a personal greedy way. You're being greedy when it comes to the way you're thinking of this person. You're being greedy when it comes to, again, making this person perfect. Like, you are perfecting this individual, okay? You're making them the 10 of Cups. You're making them the 9 of Cups, right? The Lord of material happiness, the Lord of perfected success. You want this perfect thing with them. You don't feel like it's reciprocated, but you still wish for them. You wish for them to no longer be greedy. You wish for them to come towards you. You wish for yourself, right? It's like you're hoping and wishing that you don't have to feel that way with this person anymore. You don't want to be wishing and hoping that they're your perfected success if it's going to bring this much pain. Yeah. 7 of Cups is here. The 8 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, you want to walk away, okay? I don't know if you want to walk away from this person, but I feel like either this person wants to walk away from the connection they're in and come your way, or you're in a connection and this person that you're thinking of is not the connection you're in. So this could be a complicated relationship. This could be, a couple that has split up. This can also be just like past energy here, past connection. But all in all, honestly, Pisces, you think this person is perfect, and you're tired of feeling this way because obviously this person's not perfect. Straight up. This is what's oppressing you here. Okay, this is what's keeping you behind. These are your burdens. The burdens of perfected success, perfected happiness, perfect success, perfect love, perfect relationship. You want it with this person, but you don't feel it back. That's the greedy mindset. It's like you're being greedy for this person, but you're not being greedy for yourself, right? Your hopes, wishes, dreams, and desires is to be with this person, not to make yourself better. I know. Doesn't make sense, right? Or it does? Let's find out what's going on. Let's pull overall advice from Spirit here, okay? So we know, all in all, Pisces, your shadows that you need to face is going to be the things that you've been addicted to before, okay? The things that you have been codependent on before. This thought process of being passionate for everyone else but not being passionate for yourself, okay? Carrying the burdens of everyone else on your shoulders, okay? Creating a lot of strife and not resting, okay? And not even you creating the strife, okay? You could be working hard on trying to evaluate why things are failing, why things aren't being manifested right, but things still aren't being manifested right. Things are still falling through, right? So this is where that codependency is lingering, okay? That codependency, that addiction is waiting for you to come back and find it, okay? That's the devil energy, right? That's the negative energy. This is why it's because you're in that negative energy that you're having a hard time adapting. You got to learn how to balance those scales out and make sure that you're giving yourself, yes, the negative thoughts can be there. The negative thoughts need to be there, okay? Because again, it's the equal balance of both, but you have to be able to, again, if you're going to think negative of yourself, Pisces, it's important to think negative of this person too, okay? Look at their negativities as well. Don't always look at them as on a pedestal, okay? They're not perfect, because if they were perfect, you would be in a relationship and it would be long-term. Get it? So let's take a look at a few more things. We're going to pull overall advice. Where are we at? 33 minutes in? Okay. Take a look at advice from Spirit when it comes to your shadows. Okay, so like I said, I am going to be reading out the book here because the book just gets so in detail. All right. Wow, something flipped off really quickly. All right, so we do have the Dark Lady. Interesting. Very, very interesting here. Okay. Number 20. Okay, I don't know if 20 has any significance. Wow. All right, we'll go back over that in a minute. That was at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, number 20. I don't know if any of you guys numbers 20, half 20, right? Let's see here. right, you guys. Let's read this here. Number 20, the Dark Lady. Okay, this is unconscious power and wisdom, rituals, mysteries, and secrets. Okay. We may reach the realm of the Dark Lady through grief, through deep surrender, through ecstasy, or through profound ritual. This card in a reading suggests that it's time to withdraw from the ordinary world to revitalize ourselves through retreat and surrender to the source, unity, and the song of ecstasis. This is a time of preparation for rebirth, of restoration, and regeneration. What is hidden is getting ready to be revealed. Okay? Celebrate this passage through the unknown, rich, fertile, hidden realm of the Dark Lady. This is the time in the this is the time in the natural cycle of life when we open ourselves to and receive the inflowing energies of Himself, card number 17, all right? When we become powerful, overflowing with the life force. It may also be a time of prophecy, magic, and foretelling of the potentials of the future, a time of self-awareness, self-knowledge, and encounters with the hidden worlds. Meditate, retreat, seek serenity and inner peace. What did I say, Pisces? Straight up, there's this sense of you not resting after all of this. It's always going to be go, 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 okay? I feel like it's the reason it's go, 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 go is because you haven't had the time to retreat, the time to go in, the time to relax, the time to rest. This is why I said it's important. There's probably a lot of you guys out there that, again, it's hitting you and all of a sudden you're really drained, you're really tired, and you're not understanding why. Well, because it doesn't matter how super you feel you are or how powerful you feel you are, Pisces, you're going to continue to have issues when you're not resting, okay? You're not going to be able to see clearly. Everything is going to be secretive or mysterious, possible even illusions, right? Because again, there's not this rest. What happens when you don't get your sleep? When you don't get your sleep, shit happens. You start to see things. It's like, you know, someone who has been addicted to drugs and who's up all night or up all week or 2 weeks with no sleep, they start to hallucinate. They start to have delusions, right? That's this energy. If you don't go in and self-retreat, if you don't go in and find the rest that you need, right? That's when things are issues. That's when things are hard to adapt to. It's because you're not resting. So all in all, Aquarius, before we get into your person's energy, I feel like honestly the shadows you need to face have to do with the giving yourself the same energy that you give others. Okay, Pisces, also as well as that, it's resting after all these hard times. Okay, you're having a hard time adapting to things because things are happening so quickly and so fastly, whether they're good or bad. Again, you have to stop things from being so all the time energy, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. And you have to put a halt to it and say, okay, the good and bad is going to continue to happen, but I got to find my inner peace. I got to find my inner quiet space, my inner resting phase. All right. And I have to rest for a minute because it's when you are in those silent moments. Okay. It's when your mind is silent that the real answers you seek come to fruition. Straight up. It's not going to be in the hustle and bustle of things. Okay. It's going to be when you're outside, quiet, not even in your thoughts, just resting, soaking up the sun. It's going to be maybe when you're laying on the couch about to take a nap, something comes into your mind. Something just makes sense. It's not when you're thinking. It's not when you're stressed. It's not when everything's a mess. It's when things are calm. It's when things are quiet. Again, it's when you rest that you find the answers you need. Okay? All right, so let's tap into your person. I know, a long video, you guys, but I thought it was really important to tap into the shadow work, okay? So we're going to do the same thing for your person. We're going to pull 6 cards for your person's energy. We're going to find out their shadows, what it is, their fears, their problems, all that good stuff, right? Their challenges, all the negatives in their life, all right? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Aquarius person, please, the shadows in their life. The fears, obstacles, problems. Show me what I need to see when it comes to Aquarius' person, please. Aquarius' shadows. Aquarius' person's shadows, please. Again, ancestors among me, spirit guides. Show me what I need to see when it comes to Aquarius' persons and the shadows within, please. All right, let's take a look here. All right, Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Aquarius' person. Cross watch, this one's for you. 6 cards, please, when it comes to the shadows and the darkness within my Aquarius' person, please. First up, we do have the 6 of Wands. Very interesting card. Very, very pretty card, okay? The yin and yang in the face is somewhat there, right? The balance of good and evil, okay? We also have the wands that are being given to this person, gladly given to this person. I feel like, honestly, this 5 of Wands energy, it's like, remember what I was telling you? The horse, like on the high horse, right? You're putting this person on a pedestal. This person feels on a pedestal, okay? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to the dark areas of my Pisces person, please. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Wow, we have the Hermit. We also have the King of Wands in reverse. I'll show you guys the cards when we get into it, okay? Wow, another one dropped here. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get one more card. Way too many cards, you guys. Way too many cards here. Sorry. Again, with the 8 of Pentacles last, okay? We need one more card, Spirit, please. One more card, Spirit, when it comes to my Pisces person, please. What are their dark areas, their shadows that they're facing, the areas that need light shed upon? 3 of Wands in the upright. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. So I feel like, honestly, grounding your person with this energy is going to be the things they manifested, okay? All right, Pisces. So this energy has to do with the things that they have created, the things they have manifested in their life, okay? That's why the King of Pentacles is grounding them. I feel like your person honestly manifested a lot of shit in their life, okay? Now, whether it was good or bad, of course, we're going to dive into it and find out, okay? So first up, we do have the 6 of Wands. This is about winning, though, in a nutshell, okay? So I feel like your person has been someone who's on a high horse because they've been victorious in a lot of things, okay? We also have the Page of Swords in reverse. This is kind of a tricky, I don't really like pages a whole lot. I'm going to be honest with you. This is someone who doesn't communicate, okay? This is someone who can be manipulative. This is someone who can be a little bit of a people pleaser, but more importantly, someone who really pleases themselves, okay? We also have the Hermit. So this is telling me that your person has gone within to seek answers, okay? This person has kind of isolated themselves here. Okay, even if they're in a relationship, or even if they're in a relationship with you, I feel like this person's gone in. This person's not opening up here. Okay, this person's just kind of going within. Yeah, they're still looking physically at everything around them, but they're in their body, they're in their head, and they're not able to basically see what's in front of them because they're going within still. So currently they're in this energy of going within to find the answers, okay? Again, they're still looking outward, but it's this something still stinks kind of energy, okay? King of Wands energy in reverse. This is someone who is disconnected when it comes to the things that they're passionate about, okay? The things that they have been passionate about. I feel like there's a sense of illusions with the King of Wands in reverse, okay? I feel like, honestly, they don't really know truly what it is that they're passionate about. Maybe they're free with their passions. Maybe they've been really passionate with a lot of people. There's multiple situations with the King of Wands in reverse, so we will clarify to find out, okay? We also have, again, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Let me give you guys a closer look. Sorry, my cat's hungry. You're probably hearing her cry. I need to feed her. But the 8 of Pentacles, right? This is all about working hard, right? Evaluating where you're planting your seeds, really. And again, when I say evaluating, I'm talking about really evaluating your morals, really evaluating your long-term goals, really evaluating what it is that you want to do with your life, what kind of relationships you want. So I feel like this person has really done that. But unfortunately, in the reverse, this is telling me that there's this sense of the things that they've manifested, the things that they've worked really hard on, it's like they didn't get paid for it. Does that make sense? It's like they worked for free. I feel like, honestly, with the Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles here in reverse, they accomplished a whole bunch of nothing. They put a whole lot of work into it. And again, it was like they didn't get paid. They worked for free. And this was like literally a lot of work they put into this. We also have the 3 of Wands, right? So this is telling me, though, that your person's energy, even in the shadows, still wants a passionate new beginning, okay? But interesting enough, I also feel like the shadows within this Three of Wands energy is the same shadows that maybe this person, if they walked away from you, is the same shadows that they're still facing to this day. They're not happy in a situation, so they're going to walk from it. And honestly, I feel like, I can't believe I don't see the Eight of Cups here, right? Walking away from things that no longer serve them. But again, it wouldn't really be that, because I feel like with the Three of Wands, it's like they're not putting an end to this energy, and now they already want to start a new beginning with someone else. Okay, now whether this is with you or someone else, we're going to find out. So let's go ahead and start clarifying, and then we'll get into your person's overall energy as well, pulling advice for them, all right? All right, so what's going on with this Six of Wands here, Spirit? Why is the Six of Wands here? Why is the Six of Wands here? The universe. Yeah, so remember what I was telling you when I feel like you're always giving this person like praise and you're not giving yourself praise? Honestly, the universe card here is telling me that this person has been praised a lot. This person really acknowledges the accomplishments in their lives, okay? Well, why is this here in shadow work? Because clearly that's not always good, right? If you're on a high horse, you're not seeing things for what they are. And just as much as you think you're great and perfect, things can happen to you. There's the Three of Pentacles, right? I feel like this person honestly worked really hard on everything in third-party situations. So like work, family, friends, social life. I feel like honestly though, the great one of the Knight of Time, with the universe card honestly clarifying the Six of Wands, it's another energy of illusions though. So even though this person feels like they're on a high horse, your person feels like you've praised them and they're perfect in your eyes. Okay, this is that energy I'm feeling. It's also still the great one of the Knight of Time, right? So I feel like even with Knight, there's still illusions within the accomplishments that your person feels privileged, right? Your person feels powerful because everybody acknowledges that they're such a great person. I feel like this isn't just with you with the Three of Pentacles, honestly. I feel like, and I hate to tell you this, Pisces, but I feel like you're not the only person that thinks so highly of this person. Does that make sense? I feel like this person gets praised a lot. Yeah. So all these cards came out. I didn't want to take them because there was a lot of cards here. But I honestly think this is for you when it comes to this person. Yeah, Three of Wands, established strength again. Yeah, this is for you here. So I'm going to mention this to you because I think it's pretty important. We do have Lord of Abandoned Success. So I do feel like this person did abandon you here. I feel like they pulled back their energy from you. Okay, I feel like they gave up on you. I feel like there was a lot of illusions within their cups, within their love, within their emotions. I feel like they walked away from you to what could have been something better. And let me tell you, this is a consistent energy, pretty common with all energy signs so far. Okay, well, definitely for Aquarius and Pisces. It's this sense of this person walked away from you. They walked away from what they thought was love, or they walked away from what they thought was lust, or they walked away from you that, they felt this urge that they needed something else. Okay, I don't know why they walked away from you yet, Pisces. I can't tell yet, but I feel like honestly, whatever they walked away to was an illusion. Okay, it bit them in the ass. Okay, straight up, because we do have the Eight of Cups here. Okay, we also have the Star, which is telling me, again, wishing for this, wishing for things, right? Wishing for good things. Not wishing for good things. I'm sorry, wishing for things that they think are good, but there's illusions within those things that they think are good for them. So this ends up creating an unbalance, an injustice, right? And this would explain why you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. If this person walked away from you, well, then hell yeah, it's going to be hard for you to adapt. And if it happened fast, like what was coming through in the reading, most definitely was going to be really hard for you to deal with. And of course, this is where addiction would come in, codependency, right? But all in all, I do really honestly feel like this injustice. I honestly feel like the injustice is somewhat your happiness a little bit. And maybe that's why that greed card came out for you, Pisces. Maybe some of you guys feel pretty damn cocky yourselves because this person walked away from you to go to something better, or what they thought was better. And it's kind of like this feel of now your dream came true because it didn't work out. It's failing, right? It was an injustice, and now you feel happy that now they're getting their injustice. It's kind of like karma, okay? So that had to be said for somebody, all right? Let's take a look at this Page of Swords here. What is this mischievous, lying, deceitful person who doesn't communicate very well? What is it that they're doing here? Why is this Page of Swords here, Spirit? Excuse me. Why is the Page of Swords here? Princess of Swords in reverse. Yeah, someone who doesn't communicate. Someone who, if they do communicate, it's like they communicate. Interesting enough, the Emperor. Yeah, so the Emperor's not communicating, right? The Emperor is, I feel like, honestly, interesting enough, though, I feel like, honestly, Pisces, your person wants to grow here, okay? They're not real sure how to communicate. They're not real sure how to bring clarity to the situation. All right. I do feel like they're projected outwards. I'm sorry, they're projected inwards. Okay. So Pisces, you're projected outward on this individual and they're projected inwards. Okay. So again, all of this energy is going to them. So the energy from you as well as the energy from themselves. Okay. Again, though, I do get this strong feeling that this person does want to grow. This person does want to manifest things, okay? I do feel like they are taking the time to kind of think about things, but ultimately it's like they're doing the work currently, honestly, because yeah, I feel like honestly so many people have praised this individual. Maybe this person's really good looking or beautiful. Okay, maybe this person's very successful and accomplished. Maybe this person just has the whole, like what you're seeing, the whole 10 cups, right? Maybe this person is just perfect, but ultimately, again, this person is like, there's this lack of mental clarity. And so I feel like that's the shadow of the work that needs to be done with your person. I feel like they want to grow, but they are having a hard time facing the shadows. They're having a hard time getting mental clarity. This is why they're going within. This is why they're going within to seek these answers, right? Of course, they're still out, projected outward a little bit, but it's more of a don't look at me, stop it, are you still looking at me kind of feeling. I feel like your person honestly has gone through something that has really changed them enough to make them have to like kind of go within and really find some answers here. So let's clarify what this Hermit is here for, and then we will pull Oracle for your person as well, okay? Yep, Justice is coming through again. So I feel like honestly your person is, and the Blasted Tower in reverse, okay? So I do feel bottom of the deck, we have the Last Judgment. Yeah. Okay, so I do feel like honestly this person is now regretting. Okay, we have the Hermit. So again, this person's going within to find the answers. Okay, ultimately this person is going within. Straight up. They're doing the shadow work that is needed here. Okay. What are they going within for? They're going within to bring justice to a moment of destruction. Okay. So I do feel like this is you and your energy, Pisces. I do feel like honestly, whatever happened, whoever they walked, remember I was getting this feeling, right? That they manifested something that they weren't happy with. Now they're realizing that, they're not happy. Everything they worked hard for is not what they thought it was going to be. There was a lot of illusions. Again, so they go within to find these answers. And I feel like honestly, it awakens them to this fact that they walked away, okay? They made this decision. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Last Judgment. Next, we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, the Sun in reverse. Yeah, look. Okay, let me go back to this. So clarifying the Hermit here. Okay, clarifying why they're going within. They're going within why? Because they want to bring justice to the situation, okay? They want to bring justice to the things that they had destroyed. Okay, so I feel like honestly they're thinking about this connection with you here. I feel like they destroyed a connection with you and they do want to rebuild this, or if not, they want to bring justice to this, okay? Meaning they want to have the clarity. They want to be able to not only have clarity for themselves, I feel like they realize they've made a mistake, or even so they did things wrong and they feel like they owe a balance, right? They feel like honestly they made you unbalanced here. They feel like the decision they made clearly was not the right decision. So now they want to fix that decision, right? We have the Judgment, the decision that was made, right? The Lord of Ruin. This put them in their mind. This put them in their thoughts. They literally became oppressed with these thoughts of the things they manifested, the things they walked away from, the things they didn't work for, and the things they did work for, okay? This ultimately is making them unhappy, okay? The decision they made to walk away made them unhappy here. They're very clear. They're very clear on this, okay? Yeah, they're very, very, very clear here. in all, I think that kind of explains a lot. Let's take a look at Oracle. Let's get some advice, all right, from the Fairy Oracle and find out a little bit more in detail what your person needs to work on, all right? So cross watcher, if you are watching, if you are here for my Pisces and I am referring to you, this is going to be your advice from the Spirit, okay? All right, so again, I'm going to be reading out of the book because the details of the description of these cards are perfect. They're amazing. They do far more justice than I ever could, okay? So let's see here. All right. I have already pre-shuffled off of camera, but because I did your cards, I didn't shuffle for your person's cards, all right? Spirit, advice for my Pisces person, please. Advice for Pisces person when it comes to their shadows, their demons they need to face, the decisions they've made, and the failures in their life, the shadows, the dark work, all the problems, the obstacles. Please show me the advice they need for Pisces person, please. Pisces person, advice when it comes to the shadows. One more time. All right, advice for the shadows, please, Spirit. All right. Spirit, what do you have for my Pisces person? What do you have for Pisces person? Way too many cards, you guys. Way too many cards, sorry. It's because I have a hurt finger, so I'm having a really hard time. My nail's like basically ripped off, right? Advice for Pisces person, please, Spirit. Advice for Pisces person, please. Advice for Pisces person. Fairy guide, blank, right? So let's read it. It's zero, right? It's all about zero, right? Clean slate. Very interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, this has to do with just me as a reader really just thinking of what I think this card is. But just to be clear, I am going to read it out of the book. Number zero, right? Zero is everything. This is actually the start. This is like clearing it, right? Wiping the slate clean. I feel like honestly, I feel like a lot of them are wiping the slate clean here. Or I feel like they need to. All right, Pisces, so let's read this. Guidance, direct communication with Fairy. Both this and the reverse readings are something you will need to work out with your Fairy guide. Please note that this, like all the starter readings on the other fairies, cards are subject to change without notice. That's how fairies are. And I think when you get used to working that way with them, you will find it very rewarding experience and fun. So yeah, honestly, I feel like for a lot of my cross watchers, right, a lot of your people, Pisces, they really need to just find that guidance. They need to find that step to be able to wipe this slate clean, okay? They need to be able to communicate here and to communicate clearly, openly, and obviously they need to rewrite those wrongdoings. I feel like there is a message or a conversation that needs to be had with you and this person, Pisces, when it comes to the things that weren't fulfilled, okay? I do want to pull a few cards when it comes to the overall connection between you two. All in all, though, for your person, they just need to communicate, okay? They need to be clear, straight up here. So I feel like a lot of your issues are going to come from that, them not communicating with you, them not being clear with you, straight up. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the overall possible outcome between you two, just anything that we didn't clarify with these cards, because clearly we focused on the shadow work and not really the connection between you two. So I have decided to do 2 shadow work readings a week for you guys. And I've also decided to do 2 love readings. So I'm kicking off the beginning of the month with the shadow work reading. So we'll do shadow work readings on the first and 3rd week of the month. And then we'll do the general love readings on the 2nd and 4th. Did I say that right? 1st and 3rd when it comes to the shadow work. And then the 2nd and 4th week will be the love readings, okay? Advice when it comes to the possible outcome of these 2, Spirit. Sorry, there goes that nail. Overall advice, please, Spirit, when it comes to these 2. Anything else when it comes to the overall advice of these 2? Possible outcome. Possible outcome of these 2, Spirit. go one more time through the deck. Possible outcome. Bottom of the deck, we do have the mirror. So I do feel like you guys are mirroring each other here, okay? Maybe not in the same ways at the same time, but I do feel like, honestly, even if it's like this was where you were at a few years ago, where your person's at now, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. But automatically, we do have the masks coming up, right? And we also have keys on a ring. So kind of validating where I was at, feeling like this person walked away from you. They left you like an option. Pretty common energy throughout most signs right now. I think with the Venus retrograde, it has a lot to do with ending cycles out. So it's going to be ending a lot of cycles, okay? A lot of negative cycles that have been in play. This is why I said twin flame connections are going to be coming back like crazy, okay? The return of the ex is going to be pretty consistent throughout all the readings, all right? All in all, though, I do feel like this person has treated you like an option, okay? And because of that, of course, this creates codependency, okay? But also, too, they did mask their emotions here, okay? So I feel like, honestly, whatever happened, they ran from you. And when they ran from you, again, the lack of communication, the lack of clarity, they were wearing masks, okay? Whether this was them not telling you that they weren't really into you, or even if this was them not telling you how much they were into you, bottom of the line is that they didn't clarify. They didn't communicate with you, okay, when it came to anything. Therefore, you have this feeling of, what the fuck? Like, you know, am I not even worth a conversation? All right, we also have the hammer. Interesting enough, with the hammer, this is all about sabotage, but it's also destroying things to rebuild it. So it's very similar to the tower moment, the tower card, right? It's things being swept from underneath your feet, but it's, you know, going through the rubble, clearing it out, right? Getting rid of the things that you're not going to be able to use to rebuild something new, right? So it's almost like, you know, a remodel, right? If you're going into a somewhat destructed home, because obviously this person destructed you a little bit, right? They didn't completely ruin you, but they definitely have you somewhat wounded, broken. You know, it needs to be fixed. Your house needs to be worked on, okay? Your foundation needs to be worked on. Not your foundation, but again, the building, it's been just demolished. So I do see this with the card. I do see a lot of you guys literally really focusing on rebuilding this, okay? Whether it's rebuilding this connection or not, it's important to understand that if this tower keeps coming down on you, okay, with this person or not with this person, if you're having to constantly rebuild a tower, rebuild your home, that means it's being repetitive, okay? That means that you're being persistent and you're trying to work on it. But it's also important to face what it is that is destroying those buildings, okay? Because if you don't face what is destroying those buildings, whether it's being left like an option or it's something that goes back further, and in your case, when we face the shadow work, we know it has a lot to do with you, again, putting this person on a pedestal, but not putting yourself on a pedestal. So it has to do with a little bit of self-worth here, Pisces. It's important to just understand that and really focus on that and work on that, okay? Create that self-worth within you. Okay, we also have girl with the snake, right? The empath, the narcissist, empathist, narcissist, being charmed or used, right? This is all about setting boundaries. So like I said, I do feel like, honestly, you put this person on a pedestal, so when they come back to you, they're expecting you to put them on a pedestal again, straight up, okay? So it's important to understand that if this person has walked away from this connection to go to something else, okay, or this person has, even if this was not a physical somebody else and they just put their energy into something else and no longer gave you their energy, it's the point that this is this narcissistic way of thinking. They're going to come back in. They're going to tell you the things that you want to hear, not the things that you need to hear, okay? And the issue with this is the reason you need to set up these boundaries and not allow this to happen again is because clearly this has you feeling some type of way, right? When this person left you and they took basically most of you, right? Maybe not all of you, but most of you. They took a part of you with them, all right? Therefore, you put them on this pedestal. Why? Because you had no choice, right? They took most of you with them, right? So you're putting them on this pedestal. You're not valuing yourself, and it creates these issues, these boundaries. However, I do see you, Pisces, facing them and getting over them. So all in all, you create boundaries because of this, right? So by creating those boundaries, now the next time this person tries to come back to you, because again, when you give somebody all of you and when you put them on a pedestal, they're straight up going to come back to it when anything fails, okay? So anytime anything goes wrong, you have made them feel perfected, right? You have made them felt like perfection. So they're going to come back to you, even if it's not long term, because when they're hurting from whatever they choose to walk away from, the other option that leaves them astray, it's still this power struggle, right? They're coming back to you. So now, are you going to create those boundaries and make sure that they don't do this to you again? Or are you going to allow this person to come back in and put them on the pedestal that you've done? Okay. Or are you finally going to put yourself on the pedestal and create those boundaries? That's what the girl with the snake is about. It's about understanding that being used, being charmed has created boundaries within you, and use those boundaries rightfully. Okay. Don't keep those boundaries up and not allow anybody in, but remember what made you feel like that. Remember how this person made you feel when they weren't around, okay? That's important. Not when they're around, but how they made you feel when they were not around. Those are the boundaries you have to keep an eye on, okay? Let's see. Interesting enough, kind of looking at the overall energy of you two. So remember when I was saying you had the Two of Pentacles in reverse, right? A lot of not feeling stable, a lot of feeling like everything was happening really fast, a lot of not being able to adapt to everything that's happening, right? Or when it does happen, how it happens, okay? Interesting enough, though, when I am clarifying the energy between you two, okay? Not the shadows you need to face and not the shadows that your person needs to face, but the connecting energy between you two, right? The possible outcome between you two. We do have the palm tree, which is stability. So ironically, even though this person was not the best for you, there was something here to learn. There was some sense of this person pushed you to your limits. I feel like this person honestly created the boundaries within you without you even understanding maybe during the time. I think now you kind of understand, hey, yeah, it makes sense. You know, this person walked all over me. I definitely have to establish some boundaries and not allow this person to walk all over me. Clearly, that's pretty easy to understand. Ultimately, though, that teaches you stability within yourself. Okay, that teaches you flexibility, because now you're understanding, okay, things aren't always going to work out the way you want them to. Now you're understanding, in order to be secure, you have to give your stability to yourself, right? Not this person. You can't be 100% committed to this person. You can't be 100% persistent on this person. You can't be 100% stable for this person. I mean, yes, you can technically give 50% away to someone and be 50% stable for someone, or 50%, again, what's the word I'm looking for? Like flexible for someone. But if you're not doing it for yourself, you're not going to be able to. Does that make sense? If you're not being stable for yourself, how can you be stable for someone else? You're not going to. This is why, again, this energy was kind of the way it was, even if there were things that maybe you didn't realize you needed to acknowledge and work on. Maybe there were things not only that this person did wrong, but maybe there were things that you did wrong too, right, Pisces? So it's important, again, to face those issues, okay? Face why it is that you need to build those boundaries and how it makes you feel if you don't set up those boundaries, okay? Again, this is that stability you're going to create within yourself, right? That self-worth, that self-value. Interesting enough, we have a few more things that I think are pretty kind of not really all over the place, but we do have the snake here, okay? Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. This can apply to the other man too, okay? So like I was telling you, I feel like this person walked away from you guys and walked into another situation, or just is with someone else, period, and maybe never gave you an option, okay? Or if you were actually in a committed relationship, this person has cheated on you and obviously has maybe chosen this person over you, okay? Again, this can apply to singles as well, somebody you're interested in. So this applies to singles, couples, as well as, complicated relationships, okay? All in all, though, with the snake being competitive, right? The snake is all about malicious intent. We already know that your person's energy, their shadow work, there was a lot of deceit and malicious intent in their character when it came to them feeling like they were the king or the queen and they were on a high horse, okay? And really taking from everybody else when it came to this feeling of feeling better, right? Again, I feel like you weren't the only one that did this, Pisces. I feel like this person got praise from a lot of people, okay? Again, though, what ends up happening is, since it's not just you that thinks this way, okay? It's not just you that thinks this person is perfect, okay? With that being said, okay, my dog just farted and it was the raunchiest smelling fart. Harley, go. Oh my goodness. That was the the raunchiest part ever. Anyways, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys. All in all, it's this sense that because of that, oh my God, I can taste it. Because there's so many people that are literally, I don't even have my comments on, you guys. I apologize so much. I will go back over this in just a minute at the very end. All in all, I do honestly feel like because there's so many people that have given this person praise, you're going to have competition again, okay? And I don't mean competition in a way that you feel like you have to compete, because remember, you have this Empress energy of no longer feeling like you have to compete. That's what will make you the winner, okay? Because all these other people that have put this person on a pedestal, when you create those boundaries for yourself, Pisces, you will no longer put this person on that pedestal, okay? You will put yourself on a pedestal that matches that person's pedestal. So therefore, you're not going to put this person above you, okay? You're not going to make this person God of your life, right? You're going to make this person equal to you. More importantly than you making this person equal to you, you're bringing yourself up, right? You're bringing this person down, because right now this person's up here to you and you're down here. This is why it's so hard for you to adapt. This is so hard for you to be adverse, right? Because again, you're looking at this person as being up here and you're down here. What you need to do, Pisces, is bring yourself up just at least halfway, right? Stand on that pedestal and bring this person down to that normal pedestal, okay? Don't put them on this high place. That's really important here. Once you do that, then, and I feel like that's honestly what you have done when it comes to the shadow work you face. I feel like you are going to, if you haven't, you do get your Empress energy, okay? All my animals are acting crazy right now. I have 2 cats and 1 dog. I mean, listen, I don't know if you can hear that cat. Like, anyways, I'm so sorry, you guys. All in all, I do feel like, honestly, when you bring yourself to that, right, that Empress energy, the shadow work that you need to do. And don't forget, we saw the Empress and the Emperor in this reading. That is a soulmate connection, right? Could be a possible twin flame connection, meaning this person might come back around or could come back around straight up, okay? Look, interesting though, I feel like you don't want to compete anymore. So I feel like when you create those boundaries and you get yourself up and you bring this person down to where they're at, I feel like you're not going to hold them where they used to be, right? You're just going to see them in a different light, okay? Interesting enough though, I do feel like with the dragonfly energy, it's kind of like this feeling of before you were upset and now you know, okay? Now you know you've put this person on a pedestal and there were illusions within the way you saw them. So now it's like, you're lighthearted about it though. You're not mad. You're not envious. You're not greedy. You're not jealous. You're not being the snake and being competitive like all these other, whatever you want to call them, right? Bloodthirsty leeches, right? Now you're in this power of fully understanding and accepting that this relationship didn't work out for you to create boundaries. This relationship didn't work out so that you could heal, change, adapt, and grow, right? Transform your life and make yourself a better individual, not only for you, but for a perfect union that you so deserve. So ultimately, I do feel like you're not going to hold resentment. You're not going to hold anger. You're going to be lighthearted on this situation, okay? It's just going to ding like a light, right? It's like Einstein with the light bulb. It's just going to turn on. You're going to be like, makes complete freaking sense, right? I have to create these boundaries. These boundaries will create a better life for me, a better union for me. And again, you won't see this person in the same light, okay? Interesting, we do have the date card to get out there and to meet somebody new. So I do feel like a new love's going to come in, okay? I do feel like a new energy is coming in for you, Pisces. Spirit is telling you, it's basically giving you a push, a shove to get out there and date, okay? Get out there and experience life. Get out there and experience people. Go through things, okay? Be afraid to take a leap of faith. Be afraid to meet someone new. Make a plan, set a date, get out there, have fun, right? I do feel like, honestly, there's a new person coming in. You have date and you have I like you here, okay? Now, what's important to understand about these 2 cards coming in, I know you clicked on this video for someone else, okay? I'm not saying that it's completely over between you and this person. I just feel like, honestly, you need to establish some boundaries, and your person clearly needs to communicate. Your person clearly needs to be clear with themselves when it comes to the things they want, and they need to learn how to communicate with all these people that feel like they're on a high horse. Not the people that feel like they're on a high horse, but all these people that put this person, your person, on a high horse, right? All in all, like I said, though, I do feel this new energy coming in for my Pisces, okay? I feel, and this is so good. This really is, because I've had so much readings with the return of the ex. It's just good to get some new energy, okay? So I do feel like you're going to get out there, you're going to meet new people, okay? All in all, regardless if something works out with any of these new people or not, there's a few people that are interested in you. There's some people that want to flirt with you and have a good time. And I think this is a vice versa connecting energy. So I do feel like there could be someone else out there for you. Now, I'm not telling you that this is going to be long term. I'm not telling you that this will be forever. But interesting enough, if you learn what you were supposed to from this individual, okay, the one that you just can't seem to take off of that high horse, I feel like ironically, when you create those boundaries, this is when somebody actually good comes in. This is when you are now allowing people to come in that are not going to take advantage of you, that are not going to come back into your life for a competitive kind of. I feel like this person that you were, like you clicked on this video for, this energy, all right? I feel like this energy over here is very, they like the competition. They like to feel people competing for them. They like the attention. They like when somebody is hung on them. They like when somebody is obsessed with them. This is why when you create those boundaries and you meet someone new, if you have created those boundaries, this person will not do that to you. Do you get what I'm saying? And ironically, you need to also not blame this person with the high horse energy, right? Because you put this person on a high horse, right? You gave this person all of your energy and you didn't have self-worth for yourself. So you can't blame this person. It's ultimately 50% your choice as well, okay? So it's important to create those boundaries, and all in all, get out there and date someone new, okay? Take your time, take your mind off of this, okay? Go with the flow, all right? Don't try to make things happen. Just work with it, okay? That's all I've got for you, Pisces. I'm going to look over the comments really quickly and make sure that we just kind of, did everything good. What's up, Jason from Facebook? How are you? Michael. Let's see. Hi. Just want to make sure my light just flickered, bro. Well, good. In a good way, I would hope. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe, let's see. Still Jason. Hi, Lori on YouTube. How are you? Hey, I chose the red pill. You're back. Hey. Yeah. She lost 20 pounds and she's smelling herself. Yeah, you guys. Just kind of going through, just making sure I didn't miss anyone. Jaylen. Hey, Jaylen. Again, just want to go through the comments and make sure I said hi to everybody. Okay, you guys. If I didn't see any of your comments, I apologize. I do use StreamYard. I try to see, it does bring in Facebook and YouTube, but sometimes not all the comments come through. So if there was a question you have and I didn't answer it, just drop a comment in the actual comment section, not in the chat box over here, okay? And I will answer it for you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit the alarm so that you're notified when I upload or go live. Let's see. 1,000 subscriber giveaway still there. Okay, you guys. So as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will give away a free reading. I chose the red pill, actually won last time. Has a reading actually, I believe tomorrow. No, tomorrow's not Thursday. Sorry, Thursday, right? So interesting enough, you can win my free readings. I do have a 1,000 subscriber rating. All you have to do blah blah blah. All you have to do to be entered to win my subscriber giveaways is just be subscribed to my YouTube channel. That's it. Okay. The second you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, not Facebook, but my YouTube channel, you will be entered to win, okay? And everybody who's subscribed to my channel has a chance to win every single giveaway. That's just the way it works. I randomly choose one person, okay? So with that being said, that's all I have for you guys. We will tune back in next week to your energy, and we will actually dive into an actual love reading, okay? Not a shadow work reading. So we'll look at your energy, your person's energy, and we'll see where you guys are at as far as this, even if it's this new person, okay? All right, even if you guys get out there and meet someone new, we'll tap into their energy. We'll find out what's going on. I'm hoping that this same sneaky ass energy is not coming through in next week's read, all right? You heard that I chose the red pill. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard me? Y'all hear me? I don't want this negative energy anymore, okay? You guys have to cut this person out of your life. This person is toxic for you. And again, create those boundaries, right? Not only for this person, so that this high horse person can't come back, but also, or if this person does come back, they won't take advantage of you like they did before. They'll be in a better place because there will have been something that they've learned from you too. Remember, we focused on that. They're going to learn how to communicate because of you, right? They're going to learn how to be more clear when it comes to their emotions, their thoughts, and everything. So it's important that you understand you guys both learn from each other, okay? Good and bad here. All in all, though, I am excited to see what the new energy brings you guys next week, all right? Pisces, I love you. Stay blessed. Blessed be. And I will see you next week, all right? Bye.